And Steve Melewski joins us now. Steve covers the minor leagues very, very well, extensively for MASNsports.com, and three deserving honorees there, Steve. And let's start with Trey Mancini, because the thing about him, he has that right-handed power bat, and he really came into his own this year. We may see him as soon as next year.
He had an amazing year, Jim. No doubt a very, very deserving winner of the Brooks Robinson Award. And I think Brooks, even if he hasn't gotten to know Trey Mancini, would really like this kid. Gary Kendall said, in addition to the amazing bat he showed this year at Bowie, his power ticked up, his defense got better. He was a great teammate. He was always passing on praise to other players on the Bowie team. He was ready to help other players on the Bowie team. And so this kid had a great year. 8th-round draft pick out of Notre Dame, hit the ball to all fields, gap-to-gap power. He won the Oriole minor league Triple Crown. He led all Oriole farmhands in average, homers, and RBIs. And I've talked to a few scouts, Jim, that think he could crack some of those top 100 lists when they come out over the winter. And so that moves you into the best of the best in minor league baseball.
Yeah, and you can see he's a prospect paying attention. He was asked, if you're going to play here, you better play defense. How's your defense? He said, worked hard on it all year, and certainly that is a part of his game that has improved. Now, Michael Givens began the year at Bowie, and initially he was their closer. And then when it was thought he might come up to the big leagues, well, he was moved to earlier in the game to simulate what he would do here. And oh, did he excel. In fact, his ERA in the big leagues is below 2.
You know, I think Michael Givens' great season had its origin in January. He was invited with other major league pitchers, and he was not yet a major league pitcher, to that mini camp with Dave Wallace and Dom Chidi, where they did some tweaking of his mechanics. And, Jim, what it did was it greatly improved his command and control. Last year at Bowie, Givens averaged 8 walks per 9 innings. That is way too many. This year at Bowie, that was down to 2.5. They really worked on his release point, his mechanics. We've seen how good he's been in the major leagues this year, and he was available to any team in the Rule 5 draft last year. When the Rule 5 draft happened last December, Michael Givens was not protected, and the Orioles knew they were taking a gamble there, but because of that high walk rate, no one took a gamble on Givens in the Rule 5, and he got much better this year, and look at what he's doing for the Orioles.
Yeah, now Oliver Drake as well. He had a tremendous year for AAA Norfolk. He's got that power splitter that really gets a lot of swings and misses. We don't know where he factors in for next year, but the thing about Drake, he's already here. He's in the big leagues.
And the opposite of Givens, this guy's been pitching in a long time in the Oriole organization. Givens, of course, was converted from a shortstop to a pitcher a couple years ago. But Drake, 23 for 23 this year and saves at AAA. The splitter, as you said, Jim, is his out pitch. And he also uses it to get a hit. A lot of pitchers use a split finger to put a hitter away with 2 strikes. Drake will throw it on the first pitch to get a hit. He'll throw 2 kinds of splitters, one that drops into the strike zone for a called strike, and one that drops below the strike zone to get hitters to chase. If his fastball and some of his secondary pitches can improve to join that split, the Orioles may really have something here. And as we know, this is a great kid out of the Naval Academy. He had shoulder surgery he came back from. I mean, he's come back from a lot in his career to reach this point today, pitching well for the Orioles and being co-minor league pitcher of the year.
Did you get the minor league award for the media?
Who else?
Steve Melewski. Follow his coverage of the Orioles and the minor league Orioles at MASNsports.com.